Carla, Nicole. I hope everybody's doing well. It is Monday. Of course, we always are a little overwhelmed on Monday because we usually relax and have our moments in time where we could just spend time without having to, be accountable for what we got going on. So, of course, um, Mondays are usually overwhelming, should I say. But it's okay. It's Monday, no less. Let's be in gratitude that we're even here and blessed being on the planet on this Monday. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I am really excited because currently I am um, just extending out my um, reach with helping people to see beyond um, what they may think is going on in their relationship to now seeing it for what it is, not for what we want it to be. So, welcome. Come on in, have a seat, relax. Look, we're going to just chill and it's going to be very laid back. Let me know who you are, where you're from, and don't forget to share this video. Also, come on in because I got something I want to share with you. I don't think a lot of people think about. So, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I know a lot of times when we're in relationships, we have been taught, especially us women, we've been taught that once we get in a relationship, then our relationship is going to be as blissful in the middle of it as it is in the beginning. So we're expecting a lot of hugs and kisses and affection and, all of the things we dreamed about when we were young. We expect that even in the um, very intermediate part of our love affair. And so, because of that, we get so overly excited about it. So, it's like, well, wait a minute, wait a minute. I know we want love affairs, we want to have all that fun with it. It's great, yes, it is. But hold on, before you leave, I want to tell you what's going on. Welcome, I'm Coach Carla Nicole. Make sure to share this video and don't forget to subscribe. And make sure to hit the notification button so that you know when I'm going live again. Hey, Coach. Hey, hey, hey. I'm so glad you're here. So listen to me. I want you guys to get this. I have a new Substack now account, and it's called Soul Eclipse. Why did I name it Soul Eclipse? Well, as a coach, I see a lot of stuff going on in relationships, love affairs. And I'm really all about loving and being in good loving arrangements and affairs. I don't care if it's marriage or you got friends with benefits or you guys are just setting it up your whatever you got going on. I'm supportive of it. Hey love, hey guys. I'm supportive of whatever relationship you got going on. But what I want you to pause on real quick before you get overly stimulated with the title, I want you to think about something. Just type this in on the comments for me. When did you realize in your love affairs that you were in? When did you realize that your love affair was starting to take a decline in excitement over it? Was it 1 year? Was it 2 years? Was it 3 years? The reason I'm asking this question is because I'm trying to show you something that maybe you didn't know. A lot of times we have this image of what we expect in our love affairs to be a certain way. And then once we get in it, we're like, this isn't looking anything like I thought it was. I thought you were going to take me out. I thought we were going to do things fun. I thought you were going to prioritize me. I thought we were going to, make love a little more frequently. I thought a lot of things before we got together. And now that we're in this, I'm just not feeling it. I'm feeling like you're not really with me. You just don't have the same excitement for me. So before you get frustrated by it, I want you to think about something just for a moment. You do realize that no matter where we are on the planet, this earth goes around every single year, every single moment we have. So think about this. Our love affairs go through phases. Write this down. Soul eclipse. Our love affairs go through phases. Because our love affairs go through phases, we tend to get frustrated and we start to go into this upset, or we're figuring like, I don't know why I'm not being appreciated. He doesn't care about me. He's not checking for me. He's not flirting with me. I don't get attention. And I feel like, when I'm talking to him, he's not really listening. He's looking through his phone. He's not really here with me. Or she don't seem like she's happy or appreciative that I'm going out here working this job every day. I'm coming home, dinner's not made. I'm feeling like really upset and unappreciative. I want to know what's going on. Well, listen to me. Sometimes in our love affairs, our soul love that we have with our lovers are going through an eclipse. We might prematurely break up with a love affair because we feel like this relationship isn't where it needs to be. And I'm not feeling like I'm being seen, I'm being heard, I'm being appreciated, and I feel like I can't reach you. So because I feel like this, I'm pulling out, because what I'm not going to do, isn't this a classic? I'm not going to waste my time with you and you don't want to be here. Hold on, hold on. I want to show you guys something that we don't talk about enough. We're not really sitting down with each other and conversating about, wait, is this really worth breaking up and leaving over? Or is it that it's a phase? Even in my own personal partnership, I had to learn this myself. Like, we would be fine. Then all of a sudden it would be this irritability, like this spike of irritability, or this attitude, or I'm like, what is this? Why are you getting angry? Well, I'm not. I'm just saying. The next thing you know, you're like, you know what? I don't have time for this. So we do what? We pull out, and then we like to call ourselves punishing or reprimanding or chastising by not being affectionate, or we'll pull out even dealing with them because we don't have time for this. But I want you to press the pause button for just a minute. Think about something. That moon is in the sky every day, but it doesn't always look the same. You know when we can really see it is when it's full. It's like, ooh, that moon is so bright. Sometimes it looks like you can just reach out and touch it. It's so big. We're like, golly, wow. It even makes us stop and look at it. Like, oh my God, that moon is so big. It's so bright. It's so beautiful. And then other times we don't see it at all. Does that mean the moon isn't there? No, but in our love affairs, we sure feel like our man, or we feel like your lady ain't there, because it's a phase. It's a time in our relationships where it will phase and get dark. That doesn't mean it's over. It just means right now we don't seem to have the same rhythmic flow we had when everything was great. So just imagine how we're pulling out affection, we're pulling out understanding, we're not being compassionate, we're not even being appreciative. At the time when it's needed most, we are finding ourselves having complete and total aggravation that we do not have time to deal with you being irritable or you being unavailable. But what we're not understanding is sometimes the love affair is going through a soul eclipse, not solar, but a soul eclipse. Because we're going through a soul eclipse in our love affairs, we don't realize that there are different things that goes on in those eclipses. Now, we can be facing, I know I'm in my 50s, so, there's been times that I've faced different situations. We'll talk about financial bearings, deaths. I've had to bury my father. I had to bury my dog. I had to, I went through loss. And in my partnership, it was very difficult, to the point where I couldn't really, I went through a time where I couldn't really make decisions, to be honest with you. I'm going to be very candid today, so you guys get to see this version of me, but I had a hard time making decisions in my brain fog. It was like really heavy on me, and it was very burdening. And so in that time, though, it was a time where I couldn't be full. Like we talk about being soulful or whole or whatever. I wasn't any of that during my phase of losing my father, losing my dog, going through financial stressors and all those things. When I went through those different phases, I didn't realize that in my partnership, my partner started making changes in our rhythm. So he was taking a lot of burdening things that I would be responsible for. He was trying to curtail those so I could deal with me. Because at that point, there's an autonomy that we have in love affairs. There's the you, there's the him, or there's the you and there's a her, and then there's a you and her. So there's all kind of rhythmic things going on in love that we don't talk about. So I just want to remind you that it's not just you in the love affair. It's you, it's him, and then it's the you and him together. So anyway, when you are going through your own psychological things, financial things, sicknesses, even challenges, familial bonds are getting a little compromised. Any of these things take effect in the love affair. So I'm just helping you to see that, and even share in the comments. What have you realized now that you think back on, as long as you were in that relationship? We seem to think that the partners or the lovers won't change, but they're continually changing. They're continually evolving. But we have to look at it as the soul. Oftentimes, you might see the soul brighter, and sometimes you might be more, in a higher frequency. You guys are in the same rhythm. You're having a lot of things going well. And then it might come to a point where there's a darkness where you don't see the moon in the sky at all, but the moon is still there. So how does this happen? What do we do in soul eclipses? I'm going to share a lot more on my Substack, but I just want to tell you that they're real. And in that phase of inside your love affair, you will realize that I thought everything would be okay. Well, no, there's times it's not. There's times when the relationship goes through these challenges and changes, and we don't understand how we can focus on it being one thing, but then all of a sudden we realize, well, we're not the same. No, because you went through some changes. So in the soul phases, let me explain to you what soul phases kind of look like. Your lover may not be sexually available. Your lover may not be, if you guys are best friends, you may not be able to talk every day because they have something major going on. You may not even if you're in the same home, they may be physically there, but their mind is everywhere but where you are. You might feel like, I don't feel like you're here. Like, what is going on? And then when we probe and prod and ask and start getting judgmental, it makes it worse. I'm giving you this as a gift. When we get to being judgy and start complaining and start asking what's going on, it starts causing for there to be even more pullback with feeling what they're feeling and dealing with what they're dealing with. And then they'll pull back, and then the soul eclipse is getting even darker. Now we're like, what is going on? Are we not needing to be together anymore? Like, what? Now we're getting, even now they're already in a darkness, and now we're going to start putting pressure on, like, well, what is going on with you? Why are you not available to me? I want you to be here with me, and you're on that phone, or you're not even listening to me, or you're just watching TV, or you're just not here when I'm talking to you. I have to keep repeating myself because you're not hearing me. What is going on? Love, it's a lot. But I'm here to tell you, it's a soul eclipse. All relationships go through it. No matter what love affair, style, type, whatever you got going on, none of our love affairs are not emitted from getting it. There are going to be times where we feel like we can't reach our lover like that. And unfortunately, we'll make a decision that it's not worth it. I'm not going to stay here and you don't want to talk to me. I don't feel like you care anymore. I'm not going to waste my time on this. I'm just over it. But we rush to that decision rather than waiting and giving ourselves time to really seeing if this is a continuum forever or if this is just a solar eclipse. Because we all go through different solar eclipses. And we have to understand we can't make decisions to just part ways from someone that we really care about because of the eclipse. We have to be able to sit back and not get so judgy and not get so demanding on someone already dealing with their own internal turmoil going on with them. So it just requires for us to have some compassion, not for necessarily just them, but for yourself too. Because all of us have our own stuff. For instance, we have our own abandonment issues. We might feel some ways about someone not being readily available. Then we'll sink into a depression quick. And we don't even realize that just they're going through a solar eclipse, but I didn't realize that their solar eclipse is going to cause them not to be available like normal. So I automatically just feel abandoned. And in my abandonment, I'm going to make a decision. I'm not going to be abandoned again, and I'm just going to leave. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're making a decision to do something, and you're not sure if this is a permanent thing or if this is just a soul eclipse. Give yourself time to learn patience and learn how to not get judgy when something looks different. You know, the first summer doesn't look anything like the first day of winter, but they're first, no less. So we can't just bank upon understanding that when the winter comes in, we see the first snowfall, it gets cold, no leaves on the trees, all of that happens. The seasons change and we just deal with it. That's the same in a love affair. That's the same with the moon, like I expressed earlier. In the sky, the moon goes through phases. There's waxing moons, and then there's a full moon, and it goes through different phases. So we have to sit back and be like, well, wait a minute. The moon has changed. Yes. Like I said earlier, sometimes the moon is bright, it's beautiful, it feels like you can just touch it. However, sometimes you don't see it at all. This is how love affairs look. Do we know how to handle a solar eclipse? Do we know what to do when we don't feel connection or we feel like our lover isn't here? They might be physically here, but they got a lot going on internally. Are we able to do something without trying to be overwhelming? And I'm saying even we can pull out and it could cause for there to be a wrestling in their spirit of feeling abandoned because we're pulling out, well, I don't have this to do. You just don't want to tell me what's going on. It's like, wait a minute, wait a minute. We all have them. So let's figure out what kind of things can cause this. Like I said, financial burden, age progression, facing their own immortality, children leaving the home, becoming empty nesters. All kinds of different stages of life can cause for this solar eclipse to be overwhelming to those that have had a life that has been pretty regulated until all of a sudden it's not. A child is going to college. My son, he's 18. He's getting ready to graduate from college. Am I going through a solar eclipse? Well, I don't know yet. I might. But he's still under my roof, so it's a little different than when he leaves for real. That's going to be a whole nother phase that now I have to deal with psychologically, emotionally, and my partner was going to have to be like, well, what are we going to do now? Because you're all over the place, and then I don't know what menopause is going to do to me. All kinds of stuff that, of course, we ladies have to deal with, and gentlemen, you have that stuff too. So again, these different phases will come. We can't just sit idly by and act like it's not going to happen. But our reaction is what you want to pay really close attention to. Let's talk about that for a second. When a lover is not responding, rather than starting to argue or question, Give them space and don't take it personal. It may just be a soul eclipse. When we jump the gun or we start to assume it's somebody else, or what are you doing, or what is that relationship that you used to talk about? Is that still in your heart and mind? You can't even be present with me. It's like, no, that person may be still mourning something that you don't know about, and they're trying to figure things out internally. But when we start coming up with these demands and I want to know what's going on, it will cause for us to feel a real heaviness. And again, we have soul abandonment issues. Most of us do. We've lost. Sometimes we lost a lot. We might have lost family, friends, past love affairs, and we're still trying to get back from that. And then you got all the questioning, all the assumption, all of the taking things, personally. So what I'm trying to help you to see is, in the solar eclipse, you want to relax your own personal assumptions. You want to not give life to being mean or pulling out or pulling away from them because you think that that's going to fix it. It doesn't. It usually makes it worse. And then don't overly pamper either, because then that can make it worse. There's ways to which we can be considerate, but also say, you know what? I'm not sure what's going on. I don't even want to put any pressure on you. What I want to do is I want to give you space, give you time to do what you have to do. I'm not going to keep pushing and prodding and asking and forcing and making ultimatums on you when you already have something you're dealing with in your own soul. So let me give you space. Let me not take everything personal. Let me get away from trying to assume all this, what he's not saying, and all her different, going out spending so much money. What's going on with you when you're spending? And we all cope differently. We all deal differently. For a while, like I said, when I lost my dog of 18 years, I didn't realize that was going to be such a high impact. It really took me through a different type of mourning. And I can't even describe it, nor was I prepared for it. And mind you, I've coached people through pet grief. So I did a really excellent job for those that went through it. But when my son held my dog in his arms and he passed in front of him and in his arms, I couldn't even, for a long time, I couldn't even talk about it. Not to mention, when my daughter got here, I just collapsed in her arms. I didn't know that this was going to be like this. I didn't know all of that was going to have a burden on me. And then how I am in my partnership and love affair or relationship, how am I going to be in that dynamic? I didn't know. I was confused. I was conflicted. So then I just got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm going to give myself a brain fog explanation to my love affair. I told my partner, I said, look, I didn't realize losing Marley was going to be this difficult on me. So right now, I can't really, I'm like Major when it comes to making decisions. But I was like, I can't make a major decision right now. So I'm really suffering from brain fog, and I'm really suffering with grief and mourning. So if you can just be patient with me, I might get a little snappy. I might not be answering the phone right away. I might go through where I'm sleeping longer. Please just bear with me. Because what happened when I did that and acknowledged that this loss, this death of my dog of 18 years, it really took a toll. I didn't realize how much it took a toll. I thought I would be okay, and I wasn't. So I am just sharing with you that in those different soul eclipse, even for me, I had to learn to be mindful first of myself. Remember, in the airplane, They tell us to put the oxygen mask on us first. I have to do that first. So I had to first acknowledge you're lacking oxygen to the brain because you're so overwhelmed in grief. Put that oxygen mask on your face first. Breathe. So I did a lot of meditation, a lot of self reflection, a lot of quiet, and just allowing myself to feel it. Don't run. Don't run from the grief. Just feel it and be okay in it. So when I did that, I was like, let me get a some kind of stability here. And then once I was able to do that, because I put the oxygen mask on me first, I was able to then talk to my partner and say, look, I'm really struggling. I didn't realize it was going to be like this. Give me some time. It took me 2 to 3 weeks, really, to really get a hold. So, like I'm saying, it's not easy. So that, who would think that a pet, a pet that you have all those years, the death of that pet was going to just throw me into this grief, undeniable grief that was so heavy. So I'm like, let me come up with a way to sustain my love affair because I still I still got a man with needs. I still got kids. I got a grandson that's special needs. He's autistic. So I'm needed. You know what I'm saying? I'm needed. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to make sure. Then of course I got my clients. So I got my clients. I got to do my energy body work. I had a lot on the plate. But I said, look, I'm not going to be any good if I don't face the truth that this death right here really took a toll. So I was like, imagine if I would have made a relationship decision to part ways out of it in that time when I really wasn't clear. I really had a lot going on. I was really overwhelmed. Imagine me making a decision on my love life to end things because I don't know, and I don't know what this is, and I don't know, and I just can't do this, and this is too much. Imagine that. Now I'd have made a life decision, pulled out from my love affair because I'm just overburdened with my psychological mourning, and I don't realize that this is a real thing. This is not something that you can even remotely imagine. I thought I would be okay, but when that dog died in my son's arms, I was not okay. I collapsed in my daughter's arms. She's like, Mom, it's okay. You don't have to be strong. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a mess. I am an absolute mess. She's like, it is okay, Mom. I'm like, no. So again, when we go through stuff, we have to grow through stuff. So this is why I'm here. I'm helping you guys to know, don't make don't make decisions about your love affair right away and just be like, that's it. That's it. We're no longer together. It's like, wait a minute. Don't make a decision when you are overwhelmed or burdened by something because we're carrying a weight and then we're making a decision. You don't want to do that. So in a soul eclipse, allow your space, but also first put the oxygen mask on you first, which means do a lot of meditation, journal, relax, sleep, rest, be okay and kind to you. Say it is okay. And her telling me it's okay to cry was really soothing for me. So I'm telling you, if you're going through something, it is okay to go through it. Matter of fact, don't rush that part. Don't rush to get out of it. Just go through it. Allow yourself to go through it properly, because when we rush through grief, then we find ourselves right back into something else that may not be healthy. So we have to take our time through the grieving process. So like I said, it was like 2 to 3 weeks from the death of Marley that I had to go through a serious phase, soul phase. And then and he was very supportive. I mean, he was, I would just call him like, hey, I can't make a decision right now. Can you make a call for me, or can you do this for me? I can't right now. I can't do it. So I actually, rather than pushed him away, don't want to talk to you. I can't deal with you right now. I actually welcomed him in because I put the oxygen mask on. I welcomed him in. Come in. I need you to help me. I'm suffering from the death of Mar, and I need you to kind of hold the weight for me. Can you help me be buoyant? So I don't swim because I just don't swim. I don't know how. But when you are floating on water, and you're buoyant, there's a feeling of safety. That's what I needed from him. So I just was like, hey, can you hold me up? Because right now I'm overwhelmed. I'm really overwhelmed. Can you help me? And because of the solid and the solidity of our relationship, he had my back 100%. So again, we make decisions to pull out sometimes prematurely, and this is how regret happens in love affairs. We end up feeling so awful because we left a love affair prematurely, and then we end up having regret, not realizing that that relationship may not have been unhealthy. It may have been going through a soul eclipse, and it feels very uncomfortable during those times. They're not here psychologically. I wasn't there in my love affair at the time. I just wasn't. I wasn't available. I wasn't available to hardly to myself. So I had to have appoint people to help me even with my kids and making decisions and everything. I mean, I was still pretty much, hands on with my grandson, but he, like I said, with the autism, I'm able to hold him down because he's just his presence being there was great for me. It was soothing. But for as long as like for adults and my my son that's he was 17 at the time, it was a lot because I'm also bearing concern. How is he dealing with it? Then the tears would stream down my face about his loss, and then I'm trying to figure out, well, how am I going to deal with all this? So again, I'm showing you how we can get in love affairs and we can feel like something's over and it's not, but we'll make a decision when we're not really in a good full moon phase of our eclipse that we really should be making a healthy relationship decision. So I'm trying to help you, even if you look back now and you're like, you know what, now that you mention it, I might have made a decision on a healthy relationship, and it really was a good one, but I might have made that call too quick because I was thinking that it wasn't in a good space, and it probably wasn't. Solar eclipse don't look pretty. Solar eclipse are not fun. They're very difficult to go through. But that doesn't mean that's a forever thing. That just means it's a time and a space. So once we get beyond getting super personal or taking things personally or feeling abandoned, we should stop for just a little bit and say, what can I do to not go and make a decision that I may regret later? So that's why I wanted to share with you this information. I hope I helped you today. Like I said, share this video, subscribe to my channel because I am going to go live again about this. Also join my Substack. Substack is called SoulEclipse. Just join it. It's $8 a month if you want to be a paid member. And just you'll be able to learn some things about how we learn this these phases and not feel too overwhelmed, but also realizing that in the phases how to handle it and not get in this finite or permanent mindset that this is never going to change. You don't want to think that way. You want to say, is this just a phase? Let me give space. Let me not pander and pamper them to death or try to make nice with it. Maybe I should just relax all of this and allow it to be what it's going to be. And then I can be able to sit back and be like, okay, so now where are we at? And then we can talk and discuss about, oh, this was a challenge for me because I didn't realize that I was going through something and you were going through something and I was taking things personally, and it was just because I didn't know what else to do. And also, be kind to yourself, man. We oftentimes find ourselves beating ourselves up on making decisions and life decisions and choices that maybe we regret later. But if we can sit down and just realize, you know what, sometimes we make bad calls. I'm a coach, so I might make a bad call. That's just life. But usually we're tougher on ourselves than we are on anybody else. So if we can stop just for a little bit and give yourself some grace, give yourself some time, allow yourself to just go through the eclipse, step back out of it and don't feel so overwhelmed, and really be happy that I made it through this. I'm okay. It wasn't easy. Trust me. But I need to take patience with myself. I need to be like, okay, my hurt is strong, but if I could just be patient with me and practice kindness to me and not go all over the place, I can maybe feel a lot better. Not feel so just we can get really difficult, not with someone else, but with ourselves. Why did you do this? You shouldn't have done it that way. You should have waited. You should have this. You should have that. Well, yeah, but you're learning. You're learning that, oh, in my past relationships, now that you've come on here, you can now go back and say, you know what, in my past relationships, I never thought about these solar eclipses. No one ever told me about them. I created this because I've been through them. And they're not, eclipse don't tell you we're going to eclipse. No, you're going to go through some things, and when they come, they come. And sometimes they come faster than you can imagine. Like I said, if it's a quick death that you're not expecting, there is no lead up. It just, the eclipse is here. So you're like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? And then others, they're gradual, so they're a little more calm, but they're eclipse no less. So now you're like, oh my God, the phase has come. Yes. So what do I do? How do I stay impressed with each other and not get so nasty towards each other? How can I still make sure that I'm looking out for not just him or I, but him and I, and then the him and the me? Don't forget, the oxygen mask goes on you first. You're no good without this first, putting the oxygen mask on you first. Be sure to do your breathing exercises. Take your time with yourself. Allow yourself to be okay in the burden. And don't rush it, because we have a tendency to be like, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. And you're not okay. You're a mess. We have to slow that down. I've been working with clients on this. Please slow down your heartbreaks. Please slow down being too overwhelmed. When you're overwhelmed, feel it. You can't get better if you don't feel what you're going through and growing through. Again, I appreciate you guys being here. I really do. Like I told you, I really want to help others. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm on the planet to do. I'm not here just for nothing. I'm here to help others by experiencing some pretty unimaginable things. But in those things that I've learned, I definitely am making it a point to gift you with understanding. Well, what do I do? As a coach, it is my due diligence to give you tools, not that you can use next week or a couple weeks from now. I want you to get off this live and be like, you know what? She did say something that I can apply. She did tell me that this might not be permanent. So if you're going through it right now, step out of all that judging to you and to your lover, but step out of it and be like, maybe this is a phase, because we were fine before. I don't know, like before a month ago, we were fine. Well, then it might be a solar eclipse. And solar eclipse can last anywhere from sometimes it could be anywhere from maybe a week to 8 weeks. It just depends on what they're dealing with. So you want to be able to sit back and be like, well, maybe it is maybe this is an eclipse and I was thinking it was something else. Right. So I'm here to tell you it is an eclipse. And if it's not, it's okay. You're at least allowing yourself to pull out feeling overbearing and trying to get answers right now. And I'm just going to leave it. And because our attitudes will change when we feel abandoned. How we accept affection will change when we feel unheard. It will just dissipate. We will move our hand from him if we don't feel seen. And all of those actions is causing a person that's already got something going on in them to feel like they can't reach. So now you're causing for the severing of the tie. But at this point, be like, I care about you, but right now we are so out of order. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't matter. I'm here. Saying something like that, short and sweet. Don't get overly pampering. Just let them know I'm here. It is okay. I'm here. That ends up helping them to regulate. That's helping them to soothe and not feel like their safety net, which is you, their safety net is gone. So now they can feel like, oh, man. Okay, so even though I'm dealing with my own stuff, I have this person right here. They got my back. And just say, I'm new to this. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not going to bombard you with a bunch of questions. Just know I'm here. Okay? I'm not going to be all in your face and try to get all the answers, because I'm sure you don't have many right now. So whatever you're going through, I'm here. And also understand that in being here doesn't mean that I want to argue. I just want you to know if there's something on your heart, you can share it. I might not give an opinion, but that doesn't mean I don't care. I'm just allowing you to get out what you're dealing with, and then not to figure things out, because sometimes solutions aren't right away. Sometimes the main thing is them becoming vulnerable and discussing it with you. And in the discussion, they feel soothed. They may not feel like a relief, but they feel soothed because it's not so heavy on their chest. Sometimes we just need to be a sounding board. We don't have to figure everything out right now. Sometimes just allowing them to talk. Expect nothing and appreciate everything. I have this written on my wall. Expect nothing and appreciate everything, which means when you are in a love affair and your partner or your lover is going through something, it doesn't mean you have to constantly solve everything. Oxygen mask on you first. That means you got to get serious about meditation, getting serious about getting centered and aligned. Because when they collapse, like I did in my daughter's arms when I lost Marley, I collapsed in her arms. She was able to hold me up and tell me it's okay. Well, you are the same way. You got to be able to hold them up. Because if he collapsed and you collapse, you're both on the ground. Now no one's looking good at all. So learn about how to be just really, at this point, become your best you. Understand it is okay to have moments of grief. You're not always going to be able to fix it. Be okay in that. Just say, I don't know. That's really powerful. When you own, you don't know. We can't fix everything. Everything isn't meant to be fixed. Sometimes things go unsolved. Remember that old show, Unsolved Mysteries? So we might not come up with a solution, but what we can do is at least not become more overwhelmed. We cannot become more an issue for the person already struggling, and then we can come up with a plan on how can I help you. And you know, this is why I do what I do, because I want to give you tools you can take today. You don't have to wait. You don't have to call me and say, well, coach, can I get a session because I need more deeper information? Well, yeah, you can get a session, but I want you to be able to walk away from this live today and really think about what I'm saying and really start doing some past autopsies on your stuff and looking and saying, well, maybe I jumped the gun. That's fine. But your awareness, I always help my clients and even you all to build awareness, because when you build awareness, you actually learn how to be more efficient in life. Awareness is key. Trust me. I appreciate everybody here. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please share this video. Listen, I am trying to make sure that I can help you help yourself. I love being your coach. So if you want to be a client, come on in. I got really great pricing going right now. I am taking applications for my 5 soul circles. So if you want to be a part of that, become one of those from my Substack. You can join over there. You can join on my Patreon. I'm everywhere. You can find me. It's no reason you cannot. And then my phone number is 844-5 wisdom extension 0. So feel free to call me or text that number. And then you and I can discuss how you want to move forward. At the end of the day, I'm here. This is what I do and I love it. But I also want to let you know that right now we are dealing with a lot outside of what we have control over. I'm hearing a lot of, I don't watch the news and I can't afford to, so I don't watch it for that reason. But I'm seeing a lot of people are struggling with gas prices and the money's not as good and we got this and that and we got this. And I'm like, listen, let's come up with a way to be kind. Let's practice kindness. I'm working with this with my clients right now. Let's practice kindness. Hold the door open. Be kind to you. Tell yourself something kind. Why do I want you to practice kindness? Because right now, in an environment full of volatility, kindness will reign supreme. It will. Kindness will reign supreme because other people will start to be like, that felt really good for someone to be kind to me, to smile to me, to say hello, to open the door up for me. That felt good. So now we can actually make that be viral. How about that? Let's make being kind to each other. Let's practice that. How about that? And if we can do that, then we can grow as a community. We can grow as a YouTube channel. We can grow as a community. And if I inspire you to get your channel, go ahead and do it. I would support you. Because at the end of the day, we have got to do better with all this negativity and nastiness, and we're not kind to each other. We're mean, we're nasty. We have to first start with being kind and sweet to ourselves first. Oxygen mask on you first. Once we practice our kindness with that, then we can begin to practice kindness with our lovers, with our children, with our family, with our friends. It's not easy. I didn't say it would be easy. Nothing on the planet worth anything is easy or simple. But what it is it's very fulfilling. Trust me. I'm telling you, trust me. So like I said, don't forget to share this. I'm going to look over the comments once I get off of here. And I will really make mindfulness to read it and then reply. So I will definitely try to make sure to do that. So again, I appreciate all of you. I will talk to you soon. I think I got an announcement. We'll see. So we will talk, guys. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.